Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, comrades and friends, we got a nice little treat for you here today. We're actually going to be looking at Donald Trump's State Department spokesman, Tammy Bruce, saying that America is the greatest country on earth next to Israel, right? The genocidal regime, which slaughters and just guns down people with automatic weapons in food lines as they wait for aid. That country is the best country on earth, apparently, according to this woman. So let's watch this video real quick, and then we'll react to it here. So I'll shut up and play this video for you.
The pride of being able to be here and do work that facilitates making things better for people, and in the greatest country on earth, next to Israel. It's an honor to be able to make a difference and to be able to speak in this regard with an administration that I love so much and that I feel genuinely represented by. It's a real honor.
Wow. Get that. Here, let's keep her face on there so we can all laugh at her for being an absolute sellout there. By the way, she's not actually from Israel. She's just obviously supports Israel. And I imagine if, she sort of has to be that way, right? Because of where, she's the spokesperson there for Trump's State Department. I imagine, she has to support Israel because Trump is a huge Israel supporter. Some of his biggest donors are actually, Zionists, right? Who said their self-admitted goal was actually to take over Palestine and annex it as just a full Jewish state of Israel, which is just like mind-blowing, right? And then like when you say this, right, people get upset and they're like, well, yeah, but Palestinians just move elsewhere. Like they're not moving elsewhere. Like do we not remember? Like they're gunning people down all the time for no reason, right? In fact, Israel will even lie to set up like hate stations and stuff, or like free passage, like a ceasefire, and then they'll just go gun people down anyways, bomb them. I mean, Gaza is just a bunch of ruins now. It's not even like a city anymore. It's insane, right? And these are the people who we're supposed to support, and they're just outright saying it now. Obviously, the whole Trump crowd, the MAGA crowd, has changed their tunes on war. The president of peace is now the president of war, and they're all happy, right? Put a little microchip in their head, and they're all of a sudden they're pro-war, right? I thought this was supposed to be the no new wars president, and here he goes bombing nuclear facilities. I'm sorry, I don't think that that's necessarily in the United States' best interest. And you could say, well, that they had to join in because of Israel and Iran's making nukes, right? The U.S. intelligence says that they're not making nukes, and Trump says wrong. What do you mean wrong? Right? They just said that they're not making nukes, bro. What are you talking about? This is mind blowing, right? And unfortunately, this is the country that we live in these days. And so I guess we have no choice but to accept it. And so get to the voting booths, people, because we need to vote these people out of office. This is a joke. And in fact, I think we should move towards impeachment for this illegal and offensive war. And so, look, I could rant all day here, but the proof is in the pudding, right? These people, they support Israel through and through, right? The Republican crowd, they support Israel through and through. All the Republicans do. And at least most of them do, I should say. I shouldn't say all of them, right? I'm sure there's always exceptions to the rule. But I don't know why I would want to be dragged into a war that we have no business being in, right? You could say, we're backing up Israel. It's like, dude, think of American interests. And first of all, right, on the whole the backing up Israel thing, it's like, this is a genocidal regime, right? I mean, if we went to international criminal court for this, this is, oh my God, if the U.S. wasn't harboring all these people, right, people who were committing war crimes, and these are actual war crimes too, you know what I'm saying? You don't just bomb children for no reason in hospitals. This is actually insane. It's these people would be indicted and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, but they're protected because obviously they have a world global superpower behind them, and I believe they also have nuclear weapons themselves. And so, unfortunately, we are at their mercy. So, really nothing we can do for right now until maybe we get a new president in office, right, who doesn't feel so sympathetic towards them and, the terrible atrocities that they're committing. But this is something that you should speak up against, right, because this is very, very bad. Think about it if it was your family. Even think if it was the Americans, right, who are going to be dragged into war now, potentially with Iran. Think about them dying, right? I mean, U.S. bases were just attacked today, this morning. There were bases out there in Qatar and Iraq, and so dude, what if your family is serving overseas now? You want American soldiers to die because we want to go to war with Iran for absolutely no reason? Right? This is, and Iran's not the greatest country, and I always want to preface that, right? But it's still none of our business, right? Leave it alone, right? And even if we did have the right intentions to go in, which we don't, but like even if we did, you should probably still back out of it, right? Because like, you know, you can provide some support, but not with in the manners that we're doing it here. Like, you know, like they treat their women terribly, for example, right? It's like it's a horrible thing, right? They're second class citizens. It's like, yeah, that shouldn't be the case. It's like, but we would never go in for that intention. And even if we did, I don't necessarily think it's any of our business. I think we should still leave it alone. And you know, we could preach for it on our own soil and maybe try to prop up some people who will speak out against that in their own country, right? But you know, to get militaristically involved in this is insane, because this can drag our country into war, you know, affect our economy, affect our people, and it's not something that we want to, not a position we want to be in. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that's my rant. Anti-war, as always, but send out your thoughts to everybody involved here. You know, obviously, your opinions are your own. I respect opinions, so feel free to leave them down in the comments. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say, and have a great day. Be sure to subscribe, too. We want to get up there in subscribers, help the algorithm, so have a good one.